don't think so. At least. As far as
Did you start?
Because
Yeah, same thing, guys. Just making sure.
So you're just mumbling. Have fun with
okay,
that.
this is cat fingers, and pretty much the way this episode starts is
Well, I think the way you should start this video is meow. You doing?
No, stop.
this is cat
We gotta
fingers.
shut it down.
I'm feline fine.
Are you
Stop.
kidding me right meow?
Cat puns.
Okay, anyways, so we see his dad for the first time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen him.
If it's in the right order.
If all our episodes are in the right order, this is the first time we've.
Yeah, but I thought it was kind of weird that they just dropped it. Anyways,
Yeah,
his
it's just
dad's
there.
name.
But I mean, is that really weird compared to the first episode? I mean, they just kind of drop you into the plot the first episode.
That's true.
I
It
guess.
seems like that's what they do a lot.
It's like their thing.
Did they say the dad's name?
No,
they haven't said his name.
So Mr. Universe, which is actually a pretty cool last name.
Yeah.
So he owns a car wash, and we see him with his son washing the mayor, who is also a new character we just met, Mayor Dewey. And pretty much he's like, oh, if we wash this car.
Get
Political
favors.
favors.
Political favors.
Political favors.
So there's some foreshadowing in this episode with that and something else.
Yeah.
So we see Amethyst is a cat, and she starts spraying with a little water, and Mr. Universe is like, oh, I guess he didn't know about that, and he's like, oh my god, she could turn into a cat, and he's she's like, oh, Steve wants to learn how to do shapeshift, and then I like his reaction. He's like, magical things have to get out of here because something can explode.
Yeah.
And
Which I mean, it's kind
it's
of.
pretty understandable. I mean, if you magic, I mean, I would be pretty scared.
But I mean, it's also kind of revealing to you, which this episode does later in the episode as well. It's kind of revealing to you how the other people in the city are actually responding to
That they know
the
about
jabs. Yeah.
Well, I would think if his dad, he would know more, especially since.
But not if you don't really like. If you don't
If you
want
don't
to
get
know.
into
You're
it.
like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, I think he tries to separate himself from it, and so after that he goes, and Pearl is telling Amethyst to stop. She turns into a seal, and she turns into a wolf, and then she turns
Into like a wrestler.
Just a bunch
Into
of
a
different
wrestler.
stuff.
And then
Bird.
she turns into Pearl, and she says womp womp, and as she's like hitting her butt. And
Because Pearl's just kind of like nagging Steven, basically just like warning him, but like, you gotta be careful if you're gonna try to do this stuff. You gotta.
I thought it was pretty funny. Like, Steven's like, "Oh, can you shapeshift, Pearl?" And then, as she's about to enter, and Amethyst turns into Pearl, and she's like, "Of course I can. I'm perfect and everywhere," and like all this stuff.
Yeah.
And she starts in the womp womp thing. And after that, Steven, Amethyst, he tries really hard. Like oh god, like so forcefully to like try to turn into a cat.
It looks like a constipated face. It's like
Yeah, he just like he's so strained, and he relaxes and he turns his finger into a cat.
Just one finger.
And so he goes to
show his dad.
He
He shows his dad first.
yeah, he
Remember?
shows his dad. He's like, oh, Amethyst is like, you should show his dad. He's gonna
'Cause it's gonna-
freak out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's kind of messed up.
he's gonna.
But fun.
He went to his dad. And what was the dad's reaction?
He's like, oh god,
Yeah,
that's
that
something
freaks
you can
out.
do now?
Yeah.
And then he goes to the fry shop, I think. No, he goes
first
to
he
the
goes
store.
to the store because he
To the
wants to get the
store.
donut. But
Buy
he's not really
some.
going for a donut. He's just showing them. He's showing Lars.
What was there some type of pun when he said like, oh, a nickel and a buck, or is it
No,
just like
I think he was just
okay?
pulling it out. And then he realized he doesn't have friends.
Oh my god, Lars.
Furries.
I like they don't really react. They're like, oh, they think it's strange, but I would if I saw someone with a cat finger, I would like freak out.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
That'd
Like
be
they,
kinda cool though.
I would do more. I probably wouldn't pet it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so pretty much they have a mind of their own apparently,
Mm-hmm.
and Steven can't control them. and Lars just pokes it and like it bites him, and then it's actually kind of funny. But I don't know. Lars seems like a really mean person for stuff.
But like someone you could get along with because he's mean.
Yeah,
Maybe
If
a
that
little.
makes sense.
If there's like someone similar to him, probably. But also, so he's like, Steven's like, oh, he doesn't have any friends, and it's like, oh, it's just like you, Steven. It's pretty savage.
The roast.
The roast is real.
Feline
Garnet. So pretty much, Steven gets more. His whole hand becomes like not his whole hand, but each of his fingers turn into a cat finger, and then he goes to get some fry bits.
Fry bits, which are, I'm assuming, delicious. I'd like to try fry bits sometime.
I don't know.
It's like popcorn chicken at KFC. You know how they just kind of get the scrapings, like everything that fell off the chicken. It's just kind of the breading most of the time.
Well, yeah, but it's like it's also the burnt parts.
So I feel like that's just so good with like some cheese on it.
Oh,
Maybe.
God. Ooh, I don't like cheese at all. Unless it's nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese.
What?
What he was talking about.
I wasn't talking about nacho cheese.
But like nacho cheese.
Because
is
it's nacho cheese.
Stop puns. Just stop with the puns.
I thought we agreed to only cat puns.
Anyway.
So we gotta talk. Okay, so the bits, and then we see that PD now works the
Fryer.
Deep fryer, yeah.
deep fryer, which is kind of nice. Like they like keep some. Shoot, what's the word?
What?
Like
What are you talking about?
It
Like-
keeps in,
connections between episodes.
Oh, connections between.
oh, continuity.
Yeah, continuity. I'm sorry. Continuity. That like now he's actually like part of like making the fries and stuff.
Yeah.
Promoted.
And
And
Five-O's dead. R.I.P. Episode 4, Five-O.
and then his dad's like, it's kind of funny. He's like, just give him what he wants and he'll stop.
Yeah.
Like he's so regretful. And so they give him the bits, and then he's like, oh no. They start like, oh, that's really weird that you're doing that. And he's like, no, it's normal. And he turns his whole other hand into cats, and they still start eating little fry bits. And so after that,
They call the older son over.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we're introduced to the first time we saw him in the background last in Frigo. Ronaldo. He seems kind of
He's a teen.
he's pretty.
He has a blog.
He has a blog about like weird. What keeps Beach City weird? Yeah.
Like, you know, how
Like,
they like keep Oregon weird.
yeah.
Or Portland.
Portland. Keep Portland weird. Portland. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just pretty good. Okay.
And
So
then-
he takes a picture of the cats, and then Steven's like, "Oh, can I see the picture?" And when he tries to grab it, all his cat fingers hiss because I guess I would hurt them.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
grabbing
pushing
stuff.
their like face against something.
And then so after Steven goes into the temple, and he tries to get a sandwich, and Amethyst is like, "Need help?" And he's like grabbing with his elbows, and he's like, "No." And then they're like, "We're gonna go." I love how they just like, "We're gonna go fight an island monster."
Yeah.
Oh my god! Can you even imagine that, like fighting like an island monster? We don't see it, but I would imagine it'd be pretty badass.
Yeah, and then they leave. So he's left all alone with
Uh-huh.
the cat
And
fingers.
Pearl's freaking out.
Yeah, because he like goes out to the boat, and the boat's like sailing away, but he jumps into the water. His cats hiss, of course, because they got a little bit of water on them. Pearl, like you said, is freaking out because Pearl wants to fix it, but Garnet, you know, obviously you gotta fight an island monster before you fix cat fingers.
Yeah.
What does she describe it as? Is a tectonic situation?
Yeah, it's a tectonic situation.
Okay. And then so after that we are
He's left out.
Oh, yeah,
and he
so
tries to bring him.
he
his
tries to
fingers
make them go away, but he makes it worse. His whole like hand turns
Just
into
like a
one
stump.
giant cat.
back like a cat.
Yeah,
It's
and
kind
then
of weird.
it's like they're like they look adorable, but it's like I think they look adorable. Like their little faces, like and their little teeth, but like they're like creepy. Like
As soon
At
as
the
he
same time.
starts, because he starts making more and more and more all over his body.
He
Yeah.
start popping out of everywhere, and he falls on the
and
floor.
like he can't control it, and he's like, oh, let me go to my dad. Tell him what to do.
And then it gets like really sad. Did you hear the music in the background?
Yeah,
Or
it was
playing
it was
there? Like,
really intense. Like all these cats are going out of control, and you couldn't control them. and like the dad was like freaking out. I would have. This seems pretty realistic. Like I mean, like that you freak out. Like you don't know what to do.
It's just a kid full of cat heads all over the place crawling towards you.
Yeah.
And like he's pretty concerned for his son, and he's like, and the son is like, oh, the cats don't like water. We'll be to the superwash, and the dad's really like, I don't know. This is gonna hurt. This could hurt you a lot.
Yeah.
And it gets pretty intense. Like, oh my god. And he's like, I'm gonna turn you into like an adorable cat monster. And all these cats, oh my god, like they're like shooting out of him, and they try to attack the dad when he sprays him with the hose. So he goes to the wash anyways, and after that, he comes out with one little cat finger, and then the dad freaks out and he sprays it, and the finger turns into a regular finger. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I like how like he's specific. Like when he tries to make the cats go away, he's like, I want regular Steven fingers, and he's like, I don't need little me's on fingers.
Yeah.
And so pretty much, they come back, and
He's fine.
yeah.
He's sitting on the dock waiting for them to come back.
Oh, I forgot to mention something. When they're leaving on the boat, Pearl's like, I blame this all on you, Amethyst, and she's like, that's fair. And then when they come back, she's like, just shows you, that shows you like, oh, you can't.
You should always listen to me.
You should never listen to Amethyst.
And she's like, Amethyst's like, that's fair. And then Garnet like roasts her, and she's like, well, it just shows you that you should have more faith in Steven.
Yeah.
Which
Which is kind of nice because it's kind of one of the first times in the show that you.
like they like put their trust in Steven. I mean, maybe a little bit in Cheeseburger Backpack, but like I mean that one was more.
Yeah.
It was different. But
It's a different situation.
maybe it's because Garnet and like she's like so like silent but powerful.
Mm-hmm.
She's so wise.
Yeah.
So pretty much, and then Steven does a bunch
And
of
then it's
bad
just
puns.
cat puns and.
And